The leader of the opposition did not react well to the outcome of the general election.
Jesus Christ!
You know, the opposition, you know, did itself no favours.
The polls. Well, we need some better policies then. No? Oh, fuck off.
It was scandals, sex scandals, expenses scandals, you know, secretary affairs. It just became a joke.
How do you feel about Scott Rawson's victory?
Well, the people obviously wanted him, so I guess he deserves it, but he's going to be a good leader.
So how do you respond to the recent sex scandals in your party? Did his political views ever get in the way of your teaching?
I wouldn't say they got in the way. They enhanced the lesson in many respects. He was verbally articulate, would often make his points extremely well. Sadly, they were often on the very right wing of politics. He did make Margaret Thatcher look like a bit of a lefty and a liberal at times, and so that did obviously clash with my own political views, being slightly to the left of Lenin.
Did he understand politics at all?
Did he understand politics? I think, do any of us actually understand politics? It's fair to say that actually Scott Rawson probably understood politics in the way that many teenage boys do, i.e. they look at page 3 first, then they look at the sport, and if there's anything interesting in between, he might kind of get to grips with it. I think he learnt more about politics as the course progressed, in fairness to him, and his grasp on political reality was somewhat diminished, but his grasp of politics in an idealistic world was actually quite good. I know that he did actually really admire Margaret Thatcher. In fact, I believe that there is indeed a shrine of Margaret Thatcher in his wardrobe at home, in his special wardrobe that nobody else is allowed to go into.
Do you think he was racist?
Today, the challenges we face are real. They are serious, and they are many. They'll only be met easily or in a short span of time. But rest assured, I will meet them. I'm a man who doesn't compromise or leave things unfinished. Standards can be reaffirmed, and things can happen once more. For too long, there's been painful inactivity. An inactivity which not only threatens us in the present, but threatens our futures, and the futures of coming generations. Action is not only necessary, but pivotal. Every era, every culture requires heroes, men with which they can identify with, recognise as a man of the people, idolise. Che Guevara, Winston Churchill, Julius Caesar, Scott Rawson.
Hold on, give me a second. What the fuck is everybody?
Morty, get down to Joseph now. The press have gotten wind of this gambling problem, and Rawson is about to have the press destroy him. I can handle the press, but I can't be there to yell timber when the big guy fall from grace. So get yourself down there and prop up the Goliath.
Oh, so, Rawson, what are the odds, if I want to place a bet, what are the odds that you have a chronic gambling problem?
About 125 to 1.
Really? That's not what the papers are saying. They're saying that you've got a chronic gambling problem. Rawson, you lost 100 quid yesterday betting on a horse.
How do you know about that?
Because I do your receipts for you. You know, Rawson, the chances of things coming from Mars are 1,000,000 to 1. Why don't you bet on that, you stupid imbecile?
You're out of order, Ted.
I'm out of order? You're spending public money on gambling.
It's not my fault. I can't
Yes,
help
it is.
I need help.
Yeah, you do, but that's not the subject here. Your subject is the gambling.
I'll stop tomorrow.
No, you won't.
Monday, how's it going down? How would you like to go on question time instead of Scott Rawson? I'll rephrase that for you. You go in on question time instead of Scott Rawson. You know the drill. Dress nice, talk smart, wait till the cameras stop rolling before you piss in him up his coffee.
Good afternoon. Hours ago, an incident occurred in Parliament after allegations of the Prime Minister's alleged gambling addiction were brought up in the Prime Minister's questions. The opposition leader, Stephen Wood, made a joke about these allegations, which was met with an uproar from the Cabinet members. This comes after Prime Minister Scott Rawson's action reform of the Army, giving them better equipment, and his bill to improve the NHS's budget by several millions without raising taxes.